I know how challenging it is to plan for your business, especially if you are a one-person team or if you have a small team. Trying to plan for the year ahead in your digital product business can be really challenging. But if you have the tools, the steps, and you know exactly what to do ahead of the new year, I promise you can set yourself up for success. So today, we're gonna dive into how to reflect for your past year so that you can prepare for your future year in your digital product business. Let's go ahead and dive right in. Corporate Misfits, Brittany, Darrington here, and welcome to the Corporate Misfit Club channel, where we help female coaches, course creators, and digital product business owners to build a freedom-bound business sharing their expertise. I'm so excited to talk all about planning for the year. This is a series where we're really going to dive in deeper to how you can plan for your digital product business, your coaching business, or your online course business so that you can be set up for success ahead of time. Now, before we dive into today's topic, I want you to check out my free resource library that can help you to market and launch your business in no time. You can find that in the link below. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed today's video. Okay, so let's talk all about planning in your business. I absolutely love to make a game plan for the year to come in my business to really help set things up for success, and also making sure that I am fully executing and have a plan in place in order to reach some of the goals that I am looking to achieve. Now, one thing that I used to dread when it came to the new year is feeling overwhelmed, wanting to achieve all these goals, but not sure how I was going to do it, wanting to make things happen, generate more revenue, and being able to really build a business, but I wasn't sure, how do I execute? How do I put these plans in place? Who do I need along the way? And so what I started doing years and years ago was I started to take the month of November to really plan out what's to come for the year coming up. And so I would take all of November and really make a game plan on what are we going to be doing in quarter one, quarter two, quarter three, quarter four. What are some of the things I want to execute? What are some of the things I want to eliminate? And so much more. And when I took time to make this game plan in the month of November, I was going into January not feeling overwhelmed, not feeling stressed, having a game plan in place, and not having to get over that whole new year week where you're coming into the new year and you're like, all right, I want to execute all these things. I knew exactly what I was doing. My team knew what they were doing, and so much more. And it made it so much easier. And we hit a lot of those goals because we had a game plan in place. So I hope that creating a plan and really planning out for the year can help you in your business as well. Feel free to take the things that really can work for you and leave behind the things that might not. So one thing I want to do before we go into full-on planning, I want to first take the first steps that you'll need to take in order to even get to the planning stage. And that is reflecting on your previous year. So what most people do is they make all these goals for the next year. They get excited about it, but they don't reflect on what they have accomplished, or what are some of the things that worked well in your business for this current year, or what are some of the things that did not work in your business that you need to reevaluate to see if it needs to continue. Now, during this time frame, this will really help you to see what's working, what do you want to amplify, what do you want to put more just gas behind it in order to get it further along, and what are the things that you're like, you know what, I did this, I tried it, I didn't really love it, it wasn't the best use of my time, or it wasn't the best use of my team's time, and these are things I really need to maybe eliminate from my business. It's not moving us forward. It's not really doing anything. So for example, when I took time to analyze my business, one thing I noticed a while back, this was about a year or two ago, I noticed that we were spending a ton of time trying to interact with other people in Facebook groups. We were hoping that jumping into other people's Facebook groups, interacting, answering questions, all that kind of stuff would lead people back to our lead magnets or have them check out our services and our products and things along those lines. But what I found was that some of my team members were spending a ton of time, but we were not getting the results back to our website or to our lead magnets or things along those lines. So instead, we eliminated and we actually grew our business because we started spending time elsewhere. So I want to ask you, what are you doing in your business that's working really well? And what are you doing in your business that is working, but it's not necessarily going the way you planned? Maybe you need to put more energy and effort into it. And what are some of the things that are absolutely not working in your business? Maybe you're sending 5 emails a week and you're noticing that your open rates are really low. Or maybe you are putting out a podcast and you're not getting the results to your podcast. I want you to really reflect and reevaluate what's working and what's not, so that then when you're making your game plan, you can set yourself up for success. Now, the next tip I want to tell you about before you go into planning for the year is identify areas of improvement. So for example, I noticed one year I was really growing my team. I was super excited about it. I was in the process of being able to do more with my time, being able to jump into summits and do other things. But I noticed that there was lack of communication in my team. I noticed that there would be a ball drop somewhere or something wouldn't get executed, and I would find that someone was doing something, someone else wasn't doing something, and it would cause this raft of things not moving forward. And so I took some time to really identify, how can I communicate better in my business? Now, when I took this time to identify this, I started to come up with systems such as having ClickUp in my team, where we are all able to communicate and see when things are due, and making sure that our team was accountable for their work. I also started to implement having things like Slack in my business, and Loom, and also Zoom, so we can be able to create videos for each other and help each other to understand what the task is at hand, and also be able to have conversations or ask questions if need be. I also made an open door policy. Though my team and I work completely virtually, one of the things I wanted to do was make sure that my team knows that if they have a question, they can come to me or their manager or anyone else on the team to get help. They don't have to try to figure it out on their own. And so this really allowed for our team to communicate better, to be able to get tasks done and fully execute, so that we can reach those milestones and those goals by the end of the year or by the end of the month, or whatever that goal deadline was. Now, the third thing I want you to do after you have taken time to analyze and you've taken time to really identify areas of improvement in your business, it's time to celebrate some of the wins that you had for this year. I want you to really think back. What are some of the things that you accomplished? What are goals that you accomplished? What are things that you thought you would never have achieved, but you did? Maybe you surpassed a lot of things, such as like maybe revenue goals, or you surpassed a number on your email list. Maybe you thought you were going to get 1,000 people, but you got 2,000 people. Give me some of your wins. Tell me all about them. I want to celebrate them with you. And I know that sometimes we get lost in the sauce when we are building our business. We don't see some of these big accomplishments that we achieve. I know sometimes I'll sit down with my husband and I'm like, oh my gosh, I feel like this is going this way, this is going that way. And he'll remind me, like, remember when you started here? You remember how you got to this place by the end of the year? That's exciting. And so I really want you to take some time to celebrate those wins, because you have accomplished a lot. Whether it was just getting your social media up, or putting a podcast out, or getting started with a Facebook group, or creating a YouTube channel, or building out your website. Those are things to celebrate, because as you continue to grow in your business, you're going to continue to reach other milestones. But if you don't celebrate the current milestones that you have reached, well, you'll never be grateful, or you'll never see the success that you're looking to achieve. So try to be grateful for the things that you are achieving, and also celebrate those wins along the way. Okay, corporate misfits. So we're going to dive in deeper to being able to plan for your year. But it's important that you start with these 3 tips, so that then when you go into planning, you know how to set yourself up for success. Okay, corporate misfits, don't forget to check out the resource library. You can find that in the link below. And also give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and hit that subscribe button so that you can be notified of some of our upcoming videos. Okay, I'll see you soon. Hey there, corporate misfits. Thank you so much for watching today's episode. Go ahead and hit subscribe so you can be notified of some of our upcoming videos.